Hello guys, another video here. I'm already tired because I already started working on stuff, but I decided if this works out, I might as well bring my camera with me. But I already replaced the starter with a different starter in here. We did a little bit of different wiring. Don't do it the way I did. Show you. I have 3 batteries in the back of this thing, and that means I don't need the way I wired up. I'm back feeding the whole electrical, so don't do it that way. That silver connector there at the alternator, the big fat wire goes to the firewall. That's to my batteries, goes to the alternator. The black wire that is to the left of it, that curls around, that goes to the starter, which powers the starter. And that little wire going to the right by the green connector, that feeds the entire car with power. So now I don't need to have a battery up front. Don't do it that way. Kind of sketchy because there's no fuse now. This whole car is sketchy because I'm not running any fuses. The electrical is so bad the way we have it here because we did it one night and I still haven't fixed it. But we will be fixing it, but not in this video. So this here is the wire that goes to the alternator. We got 3 batteries. The wiring looks really bad because I never shortened any of it, just because it's what I could find at the time and I just needed it to play now, and I wanted to make sure I didn't make anything too short. That will be getting cleaned up sometime this year. Alright, but what we are going to do, we're going to try and make some door panels for this car. So what I want to do is, if you see all the blue on the door panel, that's all going to be wood. We're going to have, I think, 4 speakers in each door or something like that. That's the plan, because right now I only have 2 speakers on the floor, and you can see if I can kind of see one on the floor there right in front of the shifter. That's all I have for high-end stereo on this, other than the 2 big speakers. I'm gonna move the Cutlass, move the truck out of the way, and I'm too lazy to take the door panels off this car, so I'm just gonna grab some door panels from my garage. We're gonna go to Tyler's and see if he's home. I never even called him yet. What a douchebag. Shows up just to work on our own stuff. If you're wondering why all this is here, did an interior swap on the View. It's now got the Redline package in it. Black leather heated power seats. All right, hopefully I'll see you next at Tyler's place. In typical fashion, we start doing stuff and get like partway through it or finish before we pull out the camera. Right now, we pulled apart a door card out of the blue car, and we are starting to make the first layer that's going to go over top of this. We have to keep this because of the window crank. So the window crank, we can't really extend it when we're making it thicker, because this is 3/4. And so right here will be the blue area, and then this will be raised up a bit, and we're going to have another raised for the speakers, and then another raised bit on top of that. So 3 layers. Technically 4 if you include that. But this is where we're at now. Doing hand crank, 2 of the ovals, 2 of the circles, and we'll see how far we get with that. Hoping to keep this just so it doesn't look absolute ass. Alright, so while we're getting set up to router the doors, I'll just kind of update what we're doing. So this car, we built it basically in a night for the stereo, and that's why it looks fucking ratchet. And I'm finally getting to the doors, as in me isn't getting Zach to do it. If I try to cut any wood, I'm gonna lose all my fingers. Anyway, so we pulled the door card off, and we figured out that we want speakers here and here. Here being because it won't be pushed into the seat. It'll be kind of just vibrating your kidneys and completely fucking you from the inside out. Down here just because we want it loud. In the meantime, what I had is literally just on the floor and that's how I competed. And we have it hooked up to one channel, so I think it's only left. Now we're gonna have full stereo now, left, right. And I think we're gonna add a couple speakers back here. Like this, I'll have to get to later, but we have a competition coming up this weekend. I don't know if I'll have this video posted before or after, but today is the 28th, I believe, of July. But this will get cleaned up. Might redo the sides and stuff and make it a little nicer, make sure it's all sealed off, because any air coming in between the baffle from the front to the back is loss. Now, yeah, so that's where we're at. Trying to think of anything else, not really. Just working on door cards. We're trying to keep the white piece up here so that we can still use the vent if we want. Make the door card look a little better. We got some Focal speakers. These are on the lower end of Focal. These are some of them that are going in. Then we also have the coax. These are the components. So we got components and the coax, and then we have a couple other coaxes that came off a Harley Davidson. I'm cheap, as you can tell from my cars. I don't have a lot of money to spend on stuff. Rundown on the car, just basic 1 liter, no extra alternators, no battery up front because they're all in the back. We have AGM batteries in the back. They're freaking heavy. That's why this car sits so low in the back compared to the front. Got a JL5 channel, 705 for the high end, and we have a Smart 3K. The cool thing about the Smart 3K is it puts out 3,000 watts at 1 or 2 ohms. I now have them wired to 2 ohms. I don't know what rise is like. I don't even know if you get rise in an infinite baffle. There's the question answered. Alright, so we're gonna router up the door card now and get the basic shape ready and go from there. Now you can get the idea, sort of. So yeah, the white part of the dash will be here. Oh, we got a little bit of a supper break going on. The wife brought us some steaks, some mashed potatoes and stuff. We've got a great table, eh, Zach? Oh, mint. So we need to make a template so we can cut a hole for these speakers. He does not have one. Got tons. Not for these speakers. They're for Ford. We already tried using a paint marker to try and stamp it. That didn't work out the best, so now what are we using?
Thread sealant.
That for like airlines?
Yeah.
So hopefully we can make a good stamp so we can make a little jig here. Make a new stamp.
I moved. Failed. Failed miserably.
Steady. Steady. You want me to get your tracing pen? Or do you have it? Oh, look at you ahead of the game. That's as good as it's going to get.
Here, have fun clean that.
Fuck. Yeah, had to use the good speaker. The coaxes were too tall. On to day 2 or 3. Day 3, right? Second day. Day 2.
I don't know.
Anyway, ran some wires in the doors. Looks like shit because we're nowhere near done. Zach's still working on the door panels. They're looking good. He's got some wires ran in the doors. We're gonna beautify that, as in probably not. Car's a piece of junk. Anyway, I opened up the glove box. I was actually trying to look for my camera. Found it on the seat. This has been in here since before I owned the car. Yeah, that's a little black. The expiry on this one was 07/21. Oh, so gross. I've never opened the glove box the whole time I've owned this car. And I've owned it for like 3-4 years now. Something like that. Gnarly. Anyway, let's go check out the door panels. How they're coming. It's definitely starting to look like a door panel. So what's the plan now?
I don't know.
We're thinking about, the original plan was this layer, the second, or technically third layer, 1, 2, 3. This top layer would be the final layer, and then we mount the speaker on it. But now we're thinking about making covers.
Yeah, some grill.
So we're gonna, I guess.
The real question is, will the rotor die?
Yeah, the rotor's not sounding very good. It slows down even. That's how bad it is.
Yes.
Because we still have to, get 2 more pieces, technically, out of here. And then some.
Yeah, 2 and cut them in half and, yeah, stuff.
Stuff and things.
Then we'll be going to Visions to steal Ashton's router.
So, it's getting there. Number 2 is also coming along with it. So we're gonna just follow this curve here and then put some of that cloth on it. I can't remember what it's called.
Grill cloth.
Grill cloth, sure. Just to cover the speakers so you can't see them. Oh!
That sounds real healthy.
Oh no. Oops.
That's been dying for like 3 years now. I keep just taking it apart, sanding the brushes and stuff, and putting a bunch of oil in the bearings.
We're going to continue working here. I don't know if I'm going to do any more time lapses for now. I think we'll just jump to the finished project. The door is definitely a lot heavier. We got 1 door done. Wired, mounted, everything. So what's that?
Just no grill.
Yeah, just no grills. The grills won't be done in time. But there's going to be grills over top of the speakers. And so what we did is we put the door panel and screwed it to the back side of this. So the panel is part of the MDF. We put the original clips back in the top. And Zach went ahead and mounted it all the way around. We also cut holes in the actual door for airspace so that the speakers can actually breathe. I guess I don't know the full technicalities behind it. This is a feet. It's actually not even bad. I don't even slam my hand on the fucking door.
I measured that. It's the only thing I measured.
We really figured out how fucked the window track and everything is on this thing. It's really bad. What's another thing we did? Oh yeah, we built this start to finish. Never tested to see if it would fit.
And just slam the door.
Just slam the door, hoping that it would just break whatever would be in the way. It works great. That's awesome. Well, tomorrow we're gonna get the other side done, and then the day after is competition. We have door cards in. Zach redid the base side of stuff and added wires there. Don't mind that. That was me. That's all shitty. This shit that looks nice, that was all Zach, because he, you know, patiently does stuff I don't. We got doors. Can't play them tonight because it's late again. It's dark. So, tomorrow is competition Saskatoon. So I think I'll just jump to competition in the video. We're just kind of trying to make these doors happen before the show. So it's like, what, 11:30?
Something like that.
11:30 Friday night. Tired, I have to wake up early because one of my buddies is having tire problems. Anyway, yeah. We'll see you at the show.